Want to play a game that's really challenging? You can be the red, and you can be the green, and you can be the yellow, and you can be the blue.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cheap Noise in the House, the channel where we talk about electronic games and music production. I'm Cheap Noise and survey says I'm in the house. And welcome to the second part on my series on travel-sized games. And this is going to be a pretty interesting one. So I have a few games again to show you, starting with this game right here, which is the VTech Talking Mini Wizard from 1989. So this is kind of a special game because it has synthesized speech. So it doesn't use like voice samples. It kind of does, but they're synthesized voice samples. So instead of having normal recordings, it's synthesized like robotic recordings. So the battery's on the bottom here. It takes 4 AA's. And if you turn it on, you'll see a little boot up animation. And then you can select the game. So you have 8 games. Some of them are memory games. Some of them are reflex games. Some of them are math games and pattern recognition. Some of them are puzzle games. So you have a really wide range of games that you can play on this thing. I'm gonna play the Simon game for you. And basically, you need to copy the sequence just like any other Simon game. I'm planning on doing a full review on this because it will take a while just to show you all the games, but it's worth taking a look at it in full sometime soon. I'm gonna mess up. And that's about it. So you have 8 different games. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's a volume switch here, which is really satisfying to push. Basically, you can set it to low. This was on low. You can set it to high. And yeah, that's the Mini Wizard. Next up, we have the Rubik's Revolution. This was released in 2020 by Technosource, I believe. And it has 6 different games, and you turn it on by flicking this little switch here.
Rubik's Revolution. Press blue to play Lightspeed.
I'm gonna play Lightspeed.
Lightspeed.
And basically, you're trying to tag these lights as they appear. It's kind of hard to see, but you get the idea. I'm gonna start one more time.
1, 2, correct. Lightspeed.
There we go. And the speed goes faster and faster. I'm gonna mess up.
You got 12 correct.
My highest, I think, is like 107 or something like that. But it's a really fun game for multiplayer. It has great multiplayer support. And yeah, it's a really fun game overall. And it takes 3 AAA batteries in this compartment here. Next up, let's do another Rubik's game. This is Rubik's Slide. I'm not going to be able to show you this one in full because I can't really see the lights from where I am. But this is basically a Rubik's game where you're trying to get the pieces in the correct spot. So when it starts, you can select the levels. You have easy, medium, and hard. So I'm going to go on easy, and you can press this button here to start the game. And it shows you a dot in this case. Yeah. And you can check where it needs to go by pressing this little button. So you need to do this up and down, left and right, or twisting it to get it where it belongs. So in this case, you just do this. But it gets really hard as time goes on. So here again, we just slide it to the right. This is going to be 2 blocks, and we're supposed to get it over there. So what we can do is just slide them over there. And that's basically it. It's a really fun game to try out, and you can get them for pretty cheap, and it's really worth it. This was sent to me by Peyton McDonald, as was the Mini Wizard. So thank you so much, Peyton. 3 AAA's go on the back over here. Next up, let's show another cool game. This was made in 2006 by Tomy. This is called the Gya, and it's like this meteorite-shaped thing. It has 11 different games in it, and the games are really diverse. Once again, you have Stop the Light game, you have memory games, you have matching games, and you have the Final Showdown, which I'm going to try to show you here. You turn it on. So each button has a light underneath it. So I'm going to press a button for Final Showdown. And now the lights will come up from the bottom, and we'll need to hit them from the top. So it's a bit like Space Invaders, or something similar to that. Now on the first level, it's... Oops, I missed one. It's not that hard, but it gets really hard. It's a game that you probably will beat. It will take a lot of time to beat, because it's one of the hardest games in my collection. Really need to focus. There you go. So you can see the winning animation here.
Level 1 complete. Final showdown complete. Mission complete.
And there you go. So you have 10 games plus the Final Showdown. So it's kind of a rare game to get, but if you can get it, it will keep you occupied for at least a few weeks.
Game 1.
There you go. So that was the yacht. Next up. Okay, now we get to the really weird stuff. This is a game called Upside. This was sent to me by Pixel XQ. So thank you so much, Pixel, for sending this to me. And this is a game that is more fun for listening to it. Like the audio and the voices are so weird in this game. But gameplay-wise, it's really simple. So you have these colored tops, and each colored spheres here light up. You need to put the ones that lighting up on the top. So it's really simple. It's a bit like Brain Warp. If you've played with the Brain Warp before, you've seen it. So let's turn it on. As you can see, the voice is kind of weird. Okay. Wait. I forgot to change the language. Okay, so I guess I'm going to talk about this now. So you can change the language in this, which is something we figured out not too long ago. There's 3 AAA batteries in it, and there's also a dial. I can't believe I did that. There's also a dial that you can twist to change the language, because this came out, I believe, in different markets, and it came on English by default, but yeah, you can change the language, and I guess I didn't change it back for the video, so you'll have to sit through a voice that, for a language that I don't recognize. Anyway, let's turn it back on. So you can select the game, time attack, 2 players, level up, and level up 2 players. So I'm gonna play level up, and now it gives me a difficulty. So this is easy, normal, hard, and insane. So I'm gonna see easy. It's counting up. 3, 2, 1, and now you can put the lights on the top. Oops, I missed one. So the thing about this game is, it's not really about the it's not really music, it's more of a sound collage, if you can call it that. I'm gonna stop here. Can you see the light flashes faster? Game over. And it gives me my score. And that's Upside. So really fun game if you can find it. And you can change languages, I guess. Alright, the next one is pretty interesting. This is Flip Slide from Moose Toys. This came out in 2018. Get 2 AA batteries over here. And the object of the game, basically, you have a pattern that shows up. You need to twist these blocks, slide them around. It's really fun to just fidget with it. You can twist these blocks, slide them around, as I said, to match up the pattern on these 4 squares here. So you got red, green, yellow, and blue lights, and you're trying to match them up with the colored lights, the colored blocks. And instead of showing you this one, I'm gonna show you the other Flip Slide. So this is actually a knockoff, believe it or not, the Chinese knockoff. You can tell it's Chinese because it has a weird Chinese accent. Kind of reminds me of the Bluetooth speakers. Have you heard the Bluetooth device is ready to pair? It sounds a bit like that. This is actually pretty funny. So instead of calling it the Flip Slide, they call it Music Magic Cube Paradise, which is a name for the ages. And I'm just gonna see if all the blocks are okay. Yep. And it's the same thing. So you slide these blocks, twist them, and it's the exact same game, pretty much. Except, funnily enough, I think I've messed this one quite a bit. I've played a lot with this one. So this one feels better in the hand than the other one. This one feels a bit more stiff. I'm going to set this one aside, and we're going to turn up the Chinese Flip Slide.
Welcome to Music Magic Cube Paradise.
Right. So you can switch the games.
Scoring mode.
Scoring mode.
Stage pad mode.
Stage pad mode.
Memory mode.
Memory mode.
Multiplay mode.
Multiplay mode.
Volume switch mode.
Or volume switch mode. So let's try to do scoring mode.
3, 2, 1, begin.
So you need to place these blocks. I can't really do it from where I am, but oh, I was way wrong. Okay, there we go. So you need to place the blocks so that they fit the correct lights. But I'm not gonna be able to play this one, fortunately. Makes a cool sound when you turn it on. But you get the idea. So you're supposed to match the blocks with the lights. It has different games. If you can't get a Flip Slide, go with the original. It's so worth it compared to this. This is such a ripoff. Anyway, so that was a video for today. By the way, let me know what you think about the new intro. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.